In this video, you're going to learn how to create a tiered pricing plan for your outsourced CFO services. This is going to be step-by-step and it's going to be pretty dynamic. So let's go ahead and jump into the prompt here. And we're going to start with a pretty comprehensive prompt that I'm going to paste in. And don't worry, I'll give you the full text to this as well so you can copy for yourself as usual. So this is the prompt. You are Pricing Pal GPT, a bot designed to research and optimize my firm's pricing strategy for outsourced CFO services. My firm name is Acme Accounting. Of course, you enter your own firm name in there and serve clients primarily in the e-commerce industry. So you can also enter your industry name here as well. I'll just use e-commerce for now. Give me a 3-tiered menu pricing table based on value pricing principles, including a creative name each of 3 pricing tiers for my outsourced CFO services. Okay, so plan name along the top row divided into 3 columns, then description of each plan starting on the second row, indicated the services included or not by showing an X in each column if included for that particular plan. Show the monthly fee for each plan at the very bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and click enter on this and let's see what it comes back with. So now, just to kind of give you a little context, I'm using the ChatGPT 4 version, right? So at the very top, when you start off with this, you're going to make sure that you click on the GPT-4 and you're going to choose the browsing with Bing enabled, okay? So once you do that, then you can go ahead and pop in this prompt. Okay, so let's see what it came back with. It gave me a little overview, and then, okay, so now it's actually generating the 3-tiered menu pricing that I asked for. So let's kind of look at this a little bit. So it gives the plan name, so e-commerce enabler, growth catalyst, and strategic partner. Okay, that's cool. So what's the difference here? So the e-commerce enabler is a fundamental CFO solution providing the essentials for e-commerce businesses just starting out. The Catalyst is an intermediate solution designed to help growing e-commerce businesses scale efficiently. And then Strategic Partner is our premium solution providing comprehensive CFO services for established e-commerce businesses seeking strategic financial leadership. I like that. Okay, so the breakdown is as follows. So in each of the plans, bookkeeping is included. Now, this bookkeeping is kind of general. There's ways that we can edit this so that you can maybe if you want to specify by transactions. So we'll actually get to that later. Financial reporting is included in each of these as well. So the entry plan doesn't have cash flow analysis. Okay, that makes sense. Whereas the middle and high-end tier plans do. Same for budgeting and forecasting. And then the rest of these benefit tier are reserved for the top tier strategic partner plan, the strategic planning, risk management, investor relations, M&A advisory, all right? And then it gives you the monthly fee. And there's different ways to structure your fees. I talk about that on other videos, but this is a good example of how you can actually take it and structure this, right? And it gives you a little breakdown of kind of how it thought through this and what these services actually give you here and what they include. Now, let's just say, well, I want to get a little more, maybe what's missing here is the support options, right? So maybe I want to give a little more detail in regard to the response times. So let's do this. So I'm going to actually paste in here, update table to include response times to this email and calls per month. Okay. So now it's going to update the same table, but include the response time. So you notice everything is the same here, right? So the name of the plans, the description, the X's are in the same place. So it basically takes the same structure here, but we should notice a new support section a little further below. So it's finishing this up. Okay, now we see email response time, 48 hours, 24 hours, 12 hours, calls per month, 2 for unlimited. Okay, so this is a lot more comprehensive. It's getting a lot better. The next thing we can do is, so we saw the thing with bookkeeping. Let's just say update bookkeeping instead of X's, show, let's just say differentiate based on amount of annual revenue. Okay, So let's see what this comes back with, and let's get that going. So now it's going to take that same table, and hopefully we should see an updated table based off of the revenue for the bookkeeping. So again, same title structure, same plan names. Now we can see that, all right, so this one starts at up to 500K, this is up to 2 million, and this is up to 10 million in revenue. So you see how you can really tweak this. You can actually kind of, use this as a great template to get started. You know your business more than anyone else, right? So let's say maybe if you already have an existing services structure. Let's just use an example. We're gonna use a website. So what if you can actually use ChatGPT to analyze your website, review all of your services, and then actually recommend a good pricing structure and tiered plan based on that? Well, let's actually do that. So let's use a good example now. Again, since we are actually using the browsing plugin for ChatGPT here, what we're going to do is we're going to browse live. So what I mean by that is I'm going to use an actual website. So I'm going to actually use I just found a random website on the web. I don't know who this is. It's just totally random. I don't have any affiliation. This one happens to provide outsourced CFO services for retail and e-commerce. Okay, so it has a lot of information on their site. So let's act like this is your site and you want ChatGPT to analyze it and give you some feedback. So we can see a few things here, M&A, benchmarking, maximizing the 20% pass-through deduction, 199A, I like that. Okay, so let's actually use this and see if we can incorporate this. So now I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to give it the prompt based on this URL, okay? So I'm going to say, now analyze my CFO services webpage and recommend a similar tiered pricing structure based on the services listed on the web page. Use the same table format. And I'm just using the web page that I just copied and pasted. Of course, you're going to enter in your own here, and then we're going to click on enter. So let's see what ChatGPT comes back with. So you can see here, it's actually browsing the web. It's clicking on a link. So it's actually literally scanning that URL that we just fed it. It's reading the content, and now it only takes a couple seconds and it's finished browsing. Based on the services listed on the Newberg CPA site, I recommend the following 3 tiered menu structure for your outsourced CFO services. Okay, so it gave us the same plan names, all right? And now it's actually changing it a little bit, the services to be more in line with what our site actually says. So this looks familiar, right? So remember, it showed the maximizing the 20% pass-through deduction, 199A. So we can see that it got there. It included that as well. Let's see what else it has. The attestation, benchmarking, M&A, R&D tax credits. So you see, it was smart enough to kind of throw in these higher tier things in the higher tier plans, right? So for example, Nexus review and multi-state planning is not included in the basic edition, as well as some of the other services like expansion overseas, requisite reporting as well. Whereas financial resources and cash flow management are included in each of the plans. It kept the email response time and a call per month, and then it gave the prices as listed here. Okay, and then a brief description on what the plan enables. So you can literally take this and copy this into a document, kind of render it a little bit, and then you can formulate what your pricing plan should be. Like I said, there's different ways to play around with this, but I just wanted to kind of give you a brief introduction. And some other videos, I'm going to go into more depth on this, particularly in terms of like really how do you figure out your pricing and how can you use ChatGPT and AI to help you, figure it out in terms of value pricing, tiered menus pricing. We're going to go into all of that. Okay. So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next video.